Trinidad and Tobago entered 2025 with another green accomplishment under its belt. The country can now boast of being the first in our region to have a certified green port. In this week's Keeping It Green, we hear more about LABIDCO's Port of Brighton and the significance of this country being home to a green port.
Rediscover at discoverflow.co. Flow, inspired by you.
In December 2024, the Port of Brighton on the LABIDCO Industrial Estate became the 66th green port in the world to be certified by the Eco-Sustainable Logistics Change, but more significantly, the first within the CARICOM region. EcoSLC is an independent and non-profit foundation which delivers tools for ports and port terminals to build their own environmental management system based on the EcoPort's PERS guidelines and global standards.
It involved an initial audit which would have been done externally for a gap analysis based on international standards, EU standards to be specific. Subsequent to that, we had a detailed assessment where we would have had to do in phase 2 certain measures, certain steps to demonstrate that we are compliant with the requirements. And this is aligned to ISO 14001 and also to general systems and standards in the EU port system.
The port is a multi-use of berth facility that services tenants on both the Union Industrial Estate and the LABIDCO Industrial Estate. The facility consists of 3 berths, a 500-meter turning basin, several warehouses and a laydown area. Notably, Berth 2 supports the export of methanol from the petrochemicals complex located on the Union Industrial Estate. The LABIDCO Industrial Development Company Limited, LABIDCO, says the process to achieve Green Port certification was very robust and intense. But General Manager Dr. Vernon Paltu believes it was the natural next step.
It gives us an opportunity to, demonstrate firsthand that we are doing more than just saying that we are taking environmental measures. We are able to do so from a perspective where it is auditable. So, for example, many of our clients, particularly the multinational clients, would see this as a benefit for them in terms of being able to report in their sustainability reporting that they are using a port that is certified as a green port.
He notes, moving forward, the green port practices will become inherent in the way they do business. And with the marine industry being one of the biggest emitters of greenhouse gases, decarbonization is a major priority for a green port. As part of LABIDCO's greening process, one of their initiatives was to plant 581 trees. Now, this would help reduce greenhouse gas emissions on the facility.
Those trees, when mature, will absorb approximately 12,500 kilograms of carbon dioxide annually. In addition to that, we would have installed 100 solar-powered lights on the estate that would reduce our emissions annually by 90,000 kilograms.
Dr. Paltu notes the certification process takes place every 2 years, and there are already plans to continue and improve upon what's been implemented, like the Renewable Energy Center at LABIDCO. It's expected that this will increase usage of renewable energy on bestow operations to almost 135%. LABIDCO also recently completed a waste management study with the University of Trinidad and Tobago.
And when we implement those measures, we would reduce our annual waste on the estate by as much as 10,000 tons per year. It is not just about our role as environmental protectors, but ensuring sustainability and good business sense as we build, the industry for the future.
Dr. Paltu says having full support both from employees and the board of directors propelled them towards getting the Green Port certification ahead of schedule.
Studies indicate that by 2050, if we don't do anything with climate change, it could wipe out as much as 11 to 14% of global GDP, which is, in essence, about $23 trillion. That should be of concern to all of us. as a society. But we, as a small country, should be doing our part.
Hats off to the Port of Brighton and those at LABIDCO who are demonstrating what can be replicated locally and regionally. I am Stacey Ann Providence, keeping it green for TTT News.
Rediscover at discoverflow.co. Flow, inspired by you.
At Flow, we're inspired by all the things that go on in your home, like the efforts you make to keep your connections healthy. Ooh, I love this part. And by your need for a release of endorphins that keeps you young and energetic. And by the couch potato in your home who hates to move more than an inch. So we gave you a remote that you can speak to.
House of the Dragon.
We were even inspired by this.
Mom, the Wi-Fi's down! Never mind!
We're also inspired by the young, enthusiastic athlete who understands how technology can improve their game. So, when you sign up at Flow to our fiber-powered network that now comes with gig speeds, you sign up for a network that's inspired by you. No wonder it fits your home so well.